what do you love about GCX?
So for me, GCX is an amazing organization where so many people can come together, not only to fundraise, but then also to inspire one another to push themselves to new heights for a good cause. And that's why I love GCX.
I just really love the energy of GCX. I think that there's a lot of different ways that you can do charity fundraising. And the way that this is done is that everyone supports one another, and you're really not alone when you do this. I feel like there's so many people that are like, I have this great charity stream, but they kind of feel like they're on their own. And everyone in the organization cheers one another on. There's really a great structure there. I think that there's just a really good energy and vibe.
What is your favorite moment from GCX, either the live event or the marathon?
I mean, if it was just like GCX in Orlando, I think it was being able to just hang out with a lot of really great people. It's not like one moment, because it all feels like one moment, apart from when you like shut down and go to sleep. I think I got over my fear of heights on the Velocicoaster. So that was fun.
Though we did have to scream the entire time, it's not real. It is a roller coaster simulator.
And just like, I don't know, just hopping from ride to ride with people that we've known for a while through cons in St. Jude, but then also meeting like a ton of really awesome other people that we've never met before. So that's been really cool. But
like Yolk Father is phenomenal, right? I don't think we would have been able to connect on the same level. We actually met her at St. Jude Summit, right? But one of our like main impetuses for going to the GCX conference was actually to get to hang out with her a little bit more. That was really cool, and it's sort of allowed a friendship to kind of flower that I don't think would have otherwise done. Like, it wouldn't have come to that, right? Also, Dr. Lupo made my dream come true, which was to meet a dinosaur. Oh, I know it's not important, but I got to meet the baby dinosaur, and I was the sober woman sobbing as I literally got to meet the baby dinosaur. And I think every streamer lost just a little bit of self-respect, but it was literally like a dream come true for 4-year-old me.
I think my favorite moment was probably when I fell in the fountain.
Yes, I loved that too.
So, like, because
it was very cool to be able to find an idea that people could latch onto and say, hey, if we can raise this amount of money in 5 minutes or 10 minutes, Allie's going into the fountain. And to see people...
I thought we couldn't hit it. I really did. I was like, there's no way. I refuse to do this. And then they hit it anyways. And then I fell, but that was not really my fault. That was because somebody had used soap in that fountain and I didn't realize. But I think that was really fun. And then I think just like doing races as chickens and stuff like that, and having the interactions with New York that we know is possible, but you don't get to see on a daily basis, because as IRL streamers, you're not necessarily doing something so flashy all the time. And so people are like, what are you doing? But if you're like, hey, like, look at how many people are here. This is how we're fundraising online. Like, you don't have to just do a bake sale. You can do this online, and seeing people's reaction to that or the costumes was really fun.
What is your St. Jude why?
One of the reasons that we started to fundraise for St. Jude was because when I was really little, I had a issue sort of with my urinary tract system. And it was very, very difficult for them to figure out. I was in and out of the hospital for about a year. Eventually they did find it. And that little 2-week window where they were able to figure it out, they were able to correct it with surgery, was one of the scariest moments of my life. And it was only 2 weeks, right? And my parents were there for me the whole time, and the staff at the Children's Hospital were phenomenal, but it was still really stressful for me. And the staff at St. Jude do so much work to make sure, one, that these kids have a wonderful time. Even if the situation is not wonderful, they're being really well taken care of. They add in all of these small moments where they can still be children, they can still explore, they can still grow. That was sort of the impetus for me to at least start fundraising.
I think St. Jude does so much on so many levels.
Like, we've all seen the individual stories and they're all really, really powerful. So on an individual level, it's like they make sure that kids get to be kids while going through this intense process. But on like a macro level, they've really changed childhood diseases. To be able to completely flip on its head cancer survival rates is insane in the best ways, because no one ever wants to lose a child. And if St. Jude hadn't come into place, there would be so many more deaths. Somebody had to stand up and be like, I have this idea and this directive and I'm going to do it and we're going to make a difference today. And they did that and they are doing it, and it's insane.